watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
Here we go, kicking off your 11 minutes of nonstop news this Wednesday morning.
Nothing but news, traffic, and weather for the next 11 minutes to help you start your day. We begin with this. The Postmaster General speaks nearly 2 months after postal problems started at a facility in Metro Atlanta. What he's revealing on Capitol Hill.
The Sweetwater 420 Fest is just days away, but neighbors say they're concerned about everything from traffic to safety, what they want to see the city do.
Clouds are in place, but despite those clouds, we're going to see a very warm afternoon. Temperatures back into the 80s and showers come late. All the details coming up.
That top end perimeter westbound struggles trying to leave the Dunwoodies and Sandy Springs, all because of 2 right lanes blocked 285 westbound before Riverside Drive.
This morning, we are hearing from the Postmaster General for the first time since those problems started at that Palmetto Distribution Center.
Ariana Manise joins us now with a closer look at what he said. Good morning, Ariana.
Morning. U.S. Postmaster Louis DeJoy, the head of USPS, was in the hot seat on Capitol Hill. Georgia U.S. Senator John Ossoff was among the lawmakers pressing for answers about the mail issues plaguing Metro Atlanta and other regional processing centers across the country during a Senate committee hearing. We learned that Georgians have experienced mail disruptions due to changes made as part of the Postal Service's 10-year Delivering for America plan, an effort to save money and streamline operations. The Palmetto facility is part of that plan that's only delivered problems at this point. DeJoy, he told the committee that the ongoing issues stem from outdated infrastructure and moving 2,000 employees from other locations, and that they're working to increase staffing and streamline truck schedules. Also says he wants those issues fixed in 2 weeks. DeJoy says customers can expect to see service improvements in about 60 days. Our lawmakers, they're monitoring the situation here in Georgia to see how that 10-year plan develops and if it improves. They also are requesting data from USPS. They want that delivered to them by May 1st. Reporting live from Palmetto, I'm Ariana Manise for 11 Alive.
Ariana, thank you. This morning, police are investigating an incident at a gas station overnight. This is some video from the scene at the Exxon at Covington Highway and West Austin Road, right inside the perimeter in DeKalb County. We saw a lot of police activity out there, even some police tape blocking off parts of the gas station. We have reached out to DeKalb County Police to see exactly what went down.
A Catoosa County man is finally free this morning after being trapped in a drain pipe under Georgia Highway 2 for more than 9 hours. The county just shared these photos, saying his family believes he crawled into the pipe and had been trapped since Monday. Firefighters determined the storm drain was about 50% clogged with debris. The 22-year-old was taken to the hospital for treatment. That was a look at your top headlines this morning.
How we looking out there, Chesley?
Gray, yeah. You got the clouds in place, folks. That's the way it's going to be for much of the day. There will be a break or two in those clouds, yielding a little bit of sunshine through the area as we head through the afternoon. Starting off on the mild side, temperatures in the 60s just about everywhere you look. 67 degrees, the warm spot. We got it in Gainesville, Blairsville, Marietta, and Atlanta. Blairsville at 67 degrees. What are you doing? 56, cool spot up into Clayton so far this morning. Your winter wear forecast calls for short sleeves, especially by this afternoon with a high temperature of 81 degrees. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We will have the clouds in place, though. It won't be the prettiest looking days, and some rain will come out of those clouds a little bit later on this afternoon. We're watching what's taking place back off here toward the west. You can see a line of showers for the most part. An embedded thunderstorm or two so far this morning. I've seen a lightning flash or two. That's about it. This will encounter our northernmost parts of Alabama and eventually over toward our area as well. So affecting our northwestern counties first and then making its way further down to the south. And a lot of that will start to break up as it does. You got a 30% chance for the rain. So we're not talking about widespread rain, even not with what's happening back off to the west of us. So a few of us will receive a couple of showers in the area. Storm Prediction Center is saying, well, these have the potential to become strong to severe, especially with the daytime heating. We'll have to watch for that, especially from Memphis all the way over into our far northwestern counties. That level 1 threat or a marginal risk for severe weather will be there for today. We're not anticipating those storms getting in here until after 2, 3 o'clock into the far northwestern counties, then making their way down toward the metro area, falling apart as that takes place, which is why we have that light green shade over us. Heavy rain could be associated with any thunderstorms that happen to develop or remain strong. Also looking at the threat for some wind gusts to be associated with a few of those thunderstorms as well. That will be our main threats for those. And again, timing for us right now looks to be after about 2 o'clock, entering into those Dade and Walker County, for example, then making their way down toward the Georgia-Rome area between 5 and 6, and then between 7 and 9 o'clock here in the metro area. But again, a lot of that falling apart as it moves through. We'll get out of the way by the time we get to 10, 11 o'clock tonight. We'll get some drier air working in here. In fact, we'll hold on to it through the afternoon on Thursday. And with the sunshine, those temperatures will respond. 86 for the high temperature on Thursday. By Friday, we're down to 84. We'll have a few scattered showers, especially during the morning. Then by the afternoon, we'll begin to clear it out. 20% chance on Saturday. Sunday, a 50% chance for some scattered showers. And temperatures will cool off through the weekend. Crash?
All right, Jesse, appreciate that. We're keeping an eye on that top end perimeter, gathering more information. Very heavy traffic trying to get out of the Dunwoodies. This is right on 285 westbound as you're approaching Roswell Road. The whole scene right at the Mount Vernon overpass where a garbage truck actually struck the Mount Vernon overpass. Yep, the one that's been struck multiple times. They're still blocking 2 right lanes, so very heavy delays from before Georgia 400. New trouble if you're off to the airport, 85 southbound past Cleveland Avenue. Big heads up. Got a right lane block there, a little bit slow back towards 166, and you know 85 is filling up fast. From 316 to the junction, it is already a half-hour ride, and there's a live look showing 85 at Pleasant Hill. Christy?
It is that time of the morning. If it wasn't expensive enough, college students will pay more to attend Georgia universities this year. The State Board of Regents has voted to raise tuition and fees. The average cost of attending in-state schools will now be more than $6,400 a year. That's about $150 more than last year. And there are a number of things that extra money will cover. The university system's CFO says schools are now paying more for technology, food, utilities, and insurance, while also spending more on employee salaries. The extra cost of tuition will be covered for those receiving the Hope Scholarship, but those families will still have to pay for other rising fees themselves.
Neighbors in Atlanta's Pullman Yards community are asking the city to step in before the Sweetwater 420 Fest this weekend. The Kirkwood Neighbors organization wrote a letter asking the city to consider solutions to traffic congestion, residential parking permits, and enhance emergency services, also enforcing the noise ordinance.
The ingress and egress is not supported by the infrastructure that we have. So it's just frustrating there. And like, I have 3 young kids. My grandmother lives with us, and there's a lot of elderly residents that have been here a really long time, and they wouldn't be able to get emergency vehicles to them if something were to go wrong.
Organizers say they will limit on-site parking, and there's also going to be parking personnel. APD will be there to help keep everyone safe.
It is a big day, a day Olympians, Olympic hopefuls, and everyone who loves them has circled on the calendar. Today marks 100 days until the opening ceremony. The athletes and coaches from Georgia who will compete in Paris tell us they feel the momentum towards this once-in-a-lifetime moment.
You almost kind of like touch the finish line.
As days tick down, anticipation builds.
Oh my gosh, we're here. I just got to remind myself of the dream.
The pressure does too.
So intense, and there's so many people and the whole world is watching. We're gonna have to bring our A game.
There is no bigger stage.
International, and it's the fastest people in the world.
It's on to be an Olympian.
No greater title.
You can take that title to your grave.
Or more prestigious team.
Something that really doesn't exist anywhere else in the world.
Anytime you can represent your country, it's a huge honor.
So I'm super excited.
So Paris better get ready.
Dozens of athletes from all over Georgia.
Amazingly talented, fast women.
Representing more than 10 different sports.
Laid out perfect.
A race is like 6 seconds. It's like over so fast.
Are now so close to dreams they've had since they were little.
Consistent discipline, stay motivated, stay hungry.
You are inspiring the next generation of track and field athletes.
I think that's what it's all about.
Years of work and sacrifice for every one of them.
To come back hopefully better than ever.
And their families.
Kind of surreal.
Proud of her for finding a dream and doing it.
She really is my hero.
You'd like one more from Paris?
Yes, I would love to have one more from Paris.
It's extraordinary.
For some, they're going to Paris together.
Amazing experience to share with my dad who coaches me.
Something's gonna be super special.
Soon we'll be watching, cheering.
It shows so much support and so much love, and I'm just so grateful for all of that.
Experiencing it all together.
Word that sums it all up is just gratefulness.
All goals ahead.
Beyond a dream come true.
You know, we are so lucky to have so many local athletes, and we've loved spending time with them and their families. They've given us incredible access. I've got to tell you, this is my 7th Olympics, and I've never seen more excitement leading up to the games. Family and friends get to be there after a pandemic Olympics that felt pretty lonely and isolated. And talk about a beautiful host city. Paris is ahead of schedule, venues ready to go. And take a look at these numbers. More than 15 million people will travel to Paris to watch Olympic events. We're already hearing from people in Metro Atlanta booking their tickets, and we will bring it to you free. Just watch it all here on 11 Alive. About 1 billion people will tune in around the world. The Olympics bringing the world together, 206 nations represented in Paris, 15,000 athletes competing in 32 sports. Faith, Jesse, and I cannot wait to take you along on the journey. We'll bring you all the stories of our local Olympians, coaches, and their families, and take you around the sights of Paris. Opening ceremony 100 days away.
Thanks a lot, Cheryl. Can't wait for that. By noon today, you're still looking at mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s. On our way into the 80s for afternoon highs today, right around 81 degrees. Should remain dry much of the day. It won't be until after about 4 or 5 o'clock that we'll start to see some isolated showers moving into the state. 78 degrees will be our temperature by 6 o'clock tonight. Going to catch a dry day tomorrow, and then more wet weather comes our way as we head toward the weekend.
All right, we're going to leave you with our traffic red alert as we continue to gather more information with the wreck 285 westbound at the Mount Vernon overpass. A garbage truck striking that overpass right before Riverside Drive. We will get you an update at 7:26.
Your Atlanta Hawks back in action tonight in the NBA play-in tournament. That game tips off tonight around 9:30 against the Chicago Bulls in Chicago. This is a must-win game.
All right, let's get it done. Bring it on home. We thank you for spending your morning with us, everybody. I'm Aisha Howard. Make it a great day.